8. Saw IV, 2007, the first of the Saw films that thought it would be a good idea to have multiple timelines. The results were about as clean and polished an execution as any of the rotting corpses in Jigsaw's lair. What is even going on here anymore? 7. Jigsaw, 2017. That a 7-year wait for Jigsaw's return had so little payoff is why the most recent film in the franchise is this far down on the list. With mediocre traps, boring characters, and a plot twist that is less ludicrous and more unsurprising than is par for the course for the series, Jigsaw's biggest issue is that it doesn't really bring anything new to the table. It's listless. Also read, can Jigsaw revive torture horror at the box office? 6. Saw V, 2008. As the series strayed away from the immediacy of Jigsaw's moral ethos on victims and reframed him as a kind of cult-like savior, the films began to run out of steam. Its twists and turns begin to feel contrived and, worse, dull. 5. Saw V, 2009. One of franchise's ongoing preoccupations is with the unfairness of the pharmaceutical medical industrial complex. And while that's an interesting challenge for a horror film, there isn't enough depth here for us to really care. 4. Saw, the final regular chapter, 2010. It's a finale, so all things are ramped up to 11. This deep into the franchise, the bombastic weird contrived plot reversals had become far less enjoyable, but the final Saw, until 2017, goes all in. 3. Saw 2, 2005. The first sequel to Saw sticks its victims in a deadly funhouse, in a rewrite of Darren Lynn Bousman's unsold script The Desperate. As the 8 victims, including Saw alumna Amanda, Shawnee Smith, inhale a deadly gas in search of an antidote, they must confront the worst of their fears and the best of Jigsaw's traps, including a Chinese finger trap made out of razor blades. 2. Saw 3, 2006. It's perhaps the only film of the franchise to have a realistic emotional center, with Tobin Bell's John Kramer Jigsaw bedridden from cancer, employing a bereaved doctor to perform surgery on him. Shockingly, Saw 3 becomes a potent examination of grief and forgiveness in a way that the series hasn't bested since. 1. Saw, 2004. The original is, of course, the best, with its simple insular world, its impressive performance from Cary Elwes, and its delightfully sadistic premise. Saw is beautifully contained, but its, admittedly fascistic, sense of morality casts a long shadow over the franchise.